smooth, and I don't want to see that happen. I would like to see, you know, there are shows that are safe to run for a while, and there are shows that are not, and I want them to get.
Just to your left. Just to your left.
Very nice.
And the guys, just this way if you can, please.
Beat me to the punch.
Yeah. It's all those country songs are very story based, so they have a lot in common with Cole Porter. You'd be surprised.
Thank you.
The Actors Fund is for everyone. The Actors Fund is our.
I look forward to this event every year because the Actors Fund does such a brilliant job, and I look forward to seeing my friends, to seeing people that I know, people that I admire, and being amused. And they did. I mean, Tony's is always just wonderful. It's just, you know, that's where my heart is. It's where I started. It was on the stage in New York, and it's there's just kind of nothing like theater people in the end, and spending a whole night celebrating theater and listening to them and reliving. There's a number of shows that I'm rooting for. I mean, the theater in New York right now is so extraordinary. Every time I go to New York, I see 5 shows. If I got 4 days, I'm seeing 5 shows, man. Yes. Oh, God. I did the Heidi Chronicles on Broadway. That was my one Broadway show. And it was with David Hyde Pierce and Tony Shalhoub. And Christine Lottie and Brooke and it was just, that was a pretty amazing time. And I lived at 51st and 9th, which was right in the theater district, and I would like leave my apartment and race over there, and I'd get in there and they'd say, well, it's a little past call time, so Amy's here.
I love it. I'm never on time either.
Yeah. I am on time. However, I am totally always on time for my calls here in Los Angeles, okay? I've totally gotten over that, just for the record.
Everyone knows about the Actors Fund, who's in professional theater, and it's a really important organization to help members of our community that need support and need help at a critical time with whatever they're going through. So yes, I'm very proud to be here and be a part of the evening tonight.
I think, meeting Betty Buckley, I think is pretty high on the list, yeah. I really wish I had known about the Actors Fund when I was starting out, because I think the support they give to people is really incredible. And I think, obviously, this country is so wealthy in terms of talent and art and the arts, but I don't feel like we actually take really good care of our artists as much as we could. So I think I'd like to see a lot more programs like what the Actors Fund does.
A little birdie told me that something interesting happened at an event last night. Can you tell us a bit about it?
My mom was, I moved my mom to Hollywood Forever Cemetery, and it was her birthday yesterday, and so we unveiled her new resting place at Hollywood Forever with my children and their children, so she was among all of her family, and it is a magnificent, magnificent new resting place. And then Hollywood Forever ran The Wizard of Oz for 5,000 people. So they all were able to go and pay their respects because my mom's come home. I've been involved with the Actors Fund for a really long time. And then a few years ago, I was made an ambassador. And it was the year that I was made an ambassador with the great Angela Lansbury. And the Actors Fund is so vital to our community, because the Actors Fund is for everyone. It is for everyone in the entertainment business. And sometimes people don't quite understand that because of the title, but it is for everyone. So the Actors Fund is our safety net when we're on the wire and we're balancing on the beam in this industry.
One of the great things about the Actors Fund is it helps you with healthcare sort of resources that you may not know about, It's a great transition for people who are transitioning out of the business. Dancers, you know, the career ends at, 35, and so they have to somehow transition into another way of life. And no one really thinks about artists after the career is over, and the Actors Fund does. And that's why I'm a huge advocate of the Actors Fund.
I'm a member of SAG-AFTRA, and in being the president, I actually interface a lot with the Actors Fund. The Actors Fund has been incredible for our members and for people in the industry. So I've known about it for years, and I love the events that they do, and I'm such a strong supporter of the work.
Well, when you start out in New York, you know, any show, there's usually on the meet and greet day, someone will talk about health insurance, 401k, all these things that come with being in the union, and then they'll also tell us about the Actors Fund and say, if you ever need any help of any kind. That's where my first interaction with them was. And then I've had many friends who've needed their assistance, and they have been life-saving.
Yes, and singing a little ditty with some great alternate lyrics by the brilliant Joe Keenan, and I think Betty's going to like it. I've been in many Broadway shows, and I'm an old man, so it's from way back. But actually, I live now, not just in New York and LA, but I live in my hometown, New Orleans. And right after I had moved there and opened up a business, Katrina happened. And the Actors Fund actually helped me out a little bit after Katrina. So they're really there for everybody, for the actors, in many ways. So it's a great organization.
But listen, I'm so excited to be here tonight. My Broadway debut was in the Lin-Manuel Miranda's first Broadway hit, In the Heights. And I was able to star alongside one of Broadway's favorites, Javier Munoz, who is now starring as the title of Lin-Manuel's amazing show. I'm sure you've heard of it, Hamilton. Yes. And it's my pleasure to present him to you tonight.
But beneath the winged whiskers and the mountain fur, Betty wondered if the public would know it was her. Poor Betty, dressed like the Yeti, she wanted to know me even so. And now we're at the Skirball to toast our favorite furball. She always steals the show. I learned so much. And if I live to be 1,000, I can never repay the gratitude that I owe Betty Buckley for being so kind and so generous and so giving on stage to me, as she is to everybody on stage. So Betty, I'm just, you're the best. And back on the scripts. Betty Lynn, in honor and celebration of your fabulous, inspiring career, both past, present, and future, I am so happy to make this presentation on behalf of the Actors Fund, the Julie Harris Award for Artistic Achievement. It's Betty Lynn Buckley.
First of all, I just want to thank the Actors Fund. I think the thing that means the most to me is that this organization has such tremendous heart for human beings. And to be given an award by the Actors Fund, who cares so deeply and profoundly for other people, people in every circumstance, people who need help, people who need health care, people who don't have money, don't have their jobs, and in this particular time period that we're living on the planet, which is just so, what can I say? Regarding the Actors Fund, I just want to share with you a Tennessee Williams quote that I've been thinking a lot for the past couple of days. Sometimes there's God so quickly. And I think that really wraps it up for me as to who the Actors Fund is. When I saw Steam Heat and I learned about the musical theater and I listened to my mother's cast albums, I was just like, there's a place for girls with big voices, you know. So, I'm so moved by musical theater and by, I I think there's a kind of special irony to the fact that I'm celebrating the Tony Awards tonight in Hollywood with a bunch of theater nerds. I think that's really special to me. You know, it was my first day in New York City. I had been signed by an agent when I was a junior in college, but my father was so opposed to my being in show business, despite the fact that my mother would sneak me out of the house for my classes, and I was performing constantly from the time I was 11 and professionally at 15. My father was shamed by it. He was horrified by it, you know. So I met this agent. It was a big agency in New York. They asked me to fly to New York and audition. I did. I went back and finished college. And then I went on a USO tour to Korea and Japan and saw the results of war when I was 21, or 20. Certain things just didn't seem that important anymore. And so I went back home to Fort Worth and worked at the Fort Worth Press as a journalist, because I was a journalism major, because my dad wouldn't let me major in theater.